Okay, so now what all you need to do, you need to upload the content, and there's a beauty of this platform is that this is a sort of collaborative platform. Like in one class, if five teachers, so whatever the content one teacher uploads, that content will be visible to the entire class. Let's say eight class, five teacher teaches maths, A, B, C, C, D, and so on, right? So if one teacher uploads one content, that content will be visible to all the students of that class, you know, studying mathematics. Okay, so that way, the task is basically being distributed. Okay, and though the option is there, the teacher can always restrict that content not to be shown to the other classes. That concept is there, but by default, the concept which is given here is collaborative, right? That means you need not to set any setting. You need not to go for any sort of setting. By default, whatever the content you are going to upload, and to any of the class to whom you are basically been mapped, okay, if that class is also been taught by some other teachers, and with the same subject I'm talking about, so the content which you are going to upload there will be visible to all the students. This is one thing. This is one advantage of this particular platform. Second thing is that it is secure in the sense only the username and the password. Any student who is having the username and the password will be able to log into this particular system. Okay, so that way it's quite secure. Only the students to whom we know will be able to join this. That part will come later. That how we conduct the classes. Right now, how to upload the content. Today's session and at least one or two more sessions will be there, how to upload the content. And then later on, when everybody will be mapped within this particular platform, then we will go with that platform where we deliver these content, just like Zoom. It's a good one. I have seen it. It's a good platform. Okay. So I'm just starting with the LSP now. This is a basics behind this LSP. Some of you have already start working on this particular platform. So initially, when we log in to this particular system, you need to go with this this path. I'll show you from the beginning how you just need to go ahead with that. And the first page that will appear, this aps.mstarlsp.com/login/index.php. Okay, just follow that that PDF. The same concept I have specified there. You need to go ahead with this address. You just need to write it down, this address, to the address bar. This is known as address bar. You need to specify that address there. Click on enter, and this page will appear to you. Now within this, what all you need to do, you just need to specify the username that is there in your OMB card. Remove those initial four digits. Okay, make use of the rest of the digits here, and the same password you can use it here, and click on login. Okay, so this is the login page. You need to specify the username and the password and click on login. As you click on login, it will show you this page. This is the dashboard of yours, right? Your name will appear over here. Your name will appear over here, and the classes which are basically mapped to you will be displayed. Now you can clearly see because I teach 11th and 12th computer science, so these two classes are here. Okay, this is a testing page for the testing purpose, and this page, MStar LSP teacher tutorial. This will also be there to help you out. If you stuck somewhere else, some tutorials are also there. Okay, so ultimately, these two things are there which you need to check it out. Now after that, I mean, this is one of the way how you navigate, how you check your credentials that the classes to whom you teach are actually there or not. This is one thing. This is one of the way how you check it out. Second thing is you click on this, these three lines. You click on these three lines and click on my course. Click on my courses here. Okay. When you click on my courses, it will show you, these, tabs which appear at the dashboard. The same tabs will appear over here in tabular form like this. LSP teacher tutorial, TT, computer science 11th and computer science 12th. So I just need to focus on my subjects, my class with subjects, right? So computer 11th and computer 12th. I need to focus on this. Either I can go to my class from the dashboard straight away from here, or you can go from the My Courses. Okay. Now, let's say I just want to check all the students are mapped to my class or not. So first, for that, what all you need to do, you need to click on your class. Let's say Computer Science 11. Click on this. Now it will show you the class. Okay. And once you move to this class, you need to click on participants. This area is there where you need to upload the content. This area will be used to upload the content, and to check the participants' credentials, you just need to click on participants. Click on participants. It will show you all the students who are mapped to your class. Okay. Now it's showing me number of participants 85. That means 85 students are mapped to Computer Science 11. And the information of the student is given over here. Okay. They are in alphabetical order of their name. Okay. And if you want, like, the section is not given as per the order. So if you want, the student should appear based on the section, you click on section, and automatically, the information will be displayed as per the section, because, I have all the sections. So that's why you might be teaching in one subject. So there's no problem in your case, right? But some of you might be, dealing with multiple, a combination of the classes. So for those, you just need to click on section and, can see that the students are properly mapped to you or not. This is how to check, whether the students are mapped or not. There's one more way, to check whether the student is there or not. Let's say I just wanted to know whether the Charvi Gupta is there or not. So Charvi starts with C. So first name, click on C, and it will show you all the students, starts with C. So we have got two students, Charvi Gupta and Chitraj Verma. Okay, so these two students are there. Click on close. Again, if you want to find out any of the students, let's say I just want to know about any of the students names whose name starts with R. So it will show me the student's name, Ria and Raghav, that way. So this is also one of the ways to search a particular student. You can also search, the student from here. It shows the filters. You can see here filters. You can simply, write it down. Let's say I just wanted to know about whether the Ria is there or not. You can simply click on that, Ria, and it will. So, okay, so the name was incorrect. So that's why it's saying number of participants 0. Okay. So, Ria. So it goes for the complete name, I guess. So that way you can simply go for close this one, and it will show you all the students. So these are the ways. And if you feel like, discomfort to deal, with these way of displaying information, you can always click on choose here. You can see choose here. Click on choose. Click on Microsoft Excel. As you click on this, okay, as you click on this, it will, simply download that file for you, and you can see that information later on, right? Download table data as Microsoft Excel. Okay. So these are some things which is related to you, that how you need to check your credentials. Okay. This part you have already done. I was just giving a recap of that. Now the thing is that how you need to upload the content. To upload the content, again, you need to go to your dashboard. You can click on the class to whom you want to upload the content, right? This particular class has been designed for me, test, so that I can show you how to upload the content. Now, when you talk about to upload the content which you design could be in terms of files, in terms of video, in terms of the video which is stored somewhere else on cloud, in terms of a page like a web page, right? And a kind of folder, you can say. So I'll show you how to upload files, different files. Like you can store, you can upload the files which is there in presentation. You may have a presentation, you wanted to upload that presentation here. You may have your PDF file, you may have your Word file, you may have your Excel file, You may have your the text file which is there in Notepad. You can if you wanted to upload the image, you can also upload the image. So generally, these are the kind of files which we normally use to design the content. Okay. So you can always upload these kind of files here. Okay. So I'll show you how to do that. As soon as you just go to this page, this is the page where you need to upload the content. First thing which you need to do, here your class will appear. Right now it says, okay, in your case, your class will appear. If I want to go with the computer science 11, so I need to click on computer science 11. Okay. And the content will be uploaded there. You can see here, I have uploaded some content. Okay. So your class will appear in that case. So I'll go to the testing page, testing class of mine. So again, you need to click on test. In your case, you need to click on your class. Now, when you click on your class, it will show you this area. This is client area, where you need to upload all the contents. The topics are the chapters. The topics are the chapters. Okay. And within the chapter, if you want to upload multiple subtopics, within the chapter, you want to upload multiple subtopics and the files related to those topics, you can upload here. And you need to upload here actually. Okay. Now, the topic 1, topic 2, topic 3, it will appear in your case also. Okay. So now, I just wanted to upload the content related to, let's say, chapter number 1. So this topic 1, which is the default one, I need to change this first. So how to change that? So any changes which you want, for that, you need to click on this, enable editing. Right now, the editing is not enabled. So what all you need to do, you need to click on enable editing. Click on this, enable editing. And now, as soon as you click on enable editing, you can see an icon similar to pen or pencil appears over here. Okay. I will click on edit. I'll click on edit. Click on edit topic. How to go about that? I'll show you one more time. You need to click on edit. The topic 1 is here. First of all, you need to click on this enable editing. Then you need to click on edit. As soon as you click on edit, it will show you some options. Click on edit topic. And then it will take you to the page where you can change the name of your topic. Click on custom. Click on custom and specify the name. Let's say I say Python revision tour. Any name you talk about, right? Let's say this is the name of the chapter, Python revision tour. This is a brief description about this chapter. If you want to specify, you can specify. Otherwise, you can leave it and click on save changes. So initially, the tab which were appearing as topic 1 now is appearing as Python revision tour. Okay, I'll show you one more time how to do that. Click on, let's say I just want to change this topic to. I'll click on edit. Click on edit topic. It will take you that page where you need to change the topic. Click on custom and change the name which you want to do. Let's say again Python revision tour. Any name. Specify the description if you have. Otherwise, simply click on save changes. Okay. So now you can see Python revision tour. I have changed the name of the topic to as well. Right? Now the chapter name is there now. I just need to upload the files related to this particular chapter or topic, you can say, whatever you say, right? For that, what all you need to do, you need to click on add activity or resources. Within this chapter, I just want to upload the material. In your Google classes, you will be having material and so many other options given over there. What you want to do? You want to upload the assignment, material, and so many other options are there. Similarly here, similar to that, okay, we have been given it over here that you just want to add what? The activity or resources. Various activity and resources are there. I'll take only 4 or 5 today, okay? So I'll click on resources. So it will show me all the activities as well as resources. You can see here resources. How I will get this dialog box? I need to click on add an activity or resource. Click on this. It will show you this dialog box. It will show you this dialog box. This is called dialog box. Any pop-up which appears and asks you to input certain information or give you some, ask you to input something, that a window is known as dialog box. Okay. So this is a dialog box which will ask you, which will first of all show you that these are the activity available and these are the resources available. These are the resources available which you can upload in this particular LSP. Now I was talking about the file, that I just want to show you how to upload the file. Click on file and add. Okay, how do I do that? Click on add an activity or resource one more time. It will show you, this dialog box, which will show you the activity and resources. Okay, you need to go to the resource and click on file. As soon as you click on file and click on add, it will take you to the page where you need to specify the file name and upload the file. Now let's say within the Python revision tour, I have various files. So I'll say, let's say Python revision tour A. This is the first file which I just wanted to upload. If you have got any sort of description, you can specify that. Okay, otherwise you can leave it blank. After that, this is the name that will appear over there. Okay, and based on this file, this is the name, basically identity, that what actually I just wanted to do. Now you just need to add the file. To add the file, you need to click on add new. Okay, you need to click on add new. As soon as you click on add new, it will ask you to upload the file. By default, it will go for the upload file and ask you to choose the file. Now, if I click on choose file, it will take you to the page from where I just want to choose the file. Let's say I just wanted to pick content from here. Whatever the file you have got, I'll take a file which is, let's say this one. Okay, click on open. This is a presentation file, PPT file. And after that, once the file is attached here, you need to click on upload this file. As you click on upload, it will start processing to upload the file. Okay, and at the bottom, it will also show you how much percentage of this file has been uploaded. Okay, 87, 91, 99, 100. So the file has been uploaded here. Okay, what you need to do, you need to click on add activity or resources. When you click on add activity or resources, this page will appear. You need to specify the name and you need to choose the file. How? By clicking add new. As you click on add new, it will ask you to upload the file. Choose the file and click on upload. The file will be uploaded here, right? And finally, after this, what all you need to do, you need to click on save and return to the course. Okay, save and return to the course. Once you click on this, it will take you to the page, where actually you're working. You can clearly see within Python revision tour, I have uploaded one file, Python revision tour A. Right? When you click on this, it will straight away download that file for you. You can see here, the file is being downloaded here. Okay. So this is one way. This is one way how you upload the file. This was for the presentation file, PPT file. Now I just wanted to upload, again a PDF file. I'll again click on add activity or resource one more time. The same process will you need to follow. Click on add activity or resource. Click on file. Click on add. Same process is there. Okay, repetition. Now this time I wanted to say Python revision tour B. This is a second file under the same chapter. Now I'll click on add new. Again, same process. Upload the file. Choose the file first before uploading. And now let's say I just wanted to upload this PDF file. This is a PDF file. Click on upload and click on upload this file. It will take a bit time to upload this, and finally the file will be uploaded, and you can clearly see that getting started with Python B file has been uploaded here. At the end of that, you need to always click on save and return to the course. It will take you to the same place from where you are actually working. Now you can clearly see one is presentation file and one is PDF file. Now let's say I just wanted to upload a Word file. I wanted to show you, one more time, because ek to practice zyada ho jayegi, and there's one more thing, like you will come to know that all these files can be uploaded here. Okay, so again I'm click on file, click on add. It will again take you here. I'll say Python revision tour. C. The third file which I just wanted to upload. Click on add new. Click on choose file. There's no Word file, so I'll choose a Word file from here. Let's say this is the file which I just wanted to show it to you people. Click on open and click on upload this file. Okay, so once the file has been attached and uploaded, you need to click on save and return to the course. Okay, it will take you to the same place. Now you can clearly see that I have uploaded 3 files. So these are, and similarly you can upload the rest of the files of any type. You can upload your file, like if you have got like Excel file to show, you can always upload the Excel file. If you want to like in my case, I just wanted to upload the Python file, I can upload the Python file as well. Okay, lots of extensions are this platform allowed to upload, right? But basically, the file which you wanted to upload, normally the file which you use to develop the content, they all are supported here. Okay, so this is one thing. So I hope this uploading the file process is clear to all of you. Still I'm recording this thing, so later on I'll share this recording with you people for the future reference also. So this is the way how you upload the file. First thing. Now let's say you have a video. Okay, you have a video and you just wanted to show, upload the video here within this particular platform only. So there are 2 ways, there are 2 ways to show your video, right? One, you can embed your video here only within the platform only. And the second thing is that you can give a URL, you can give a link to your video. So if you embed your video within this platform, that means that video will be visible to this platform only. And if you give a link, that means that video will be visible or open in another platform, outside this platform specifically. Okay, I'll show you both the options. Okay, that how to upload the video, how to upload the video using embedding and using giving a link, giving a URL. Okay, now the second step, how to upload a video. Understand it properly, please. Again, you need to click on activity or resource. To upload the video I'm talking about, you need to, again, anything which you want to upload, you need to click on activity or resources here, right? So after that, you need to look for the resource known as label. Okay. After file, you need to click on label if you want to upload the video. Click on this and click on add. Okay. Now, this is the area where that video will be displayed. I just wanted to embed that video which is there in YouTube or anywhere else. Okay, here only. Okay, so this is the area. This is called client area. I just wanted my video to be displayed here. You can always enlarge this client area using this drag and drop, using dragging this option, right? Now, first of all, what all you need to do, you need to open that video which you want to display here. So click on this, click on YouTube, search for the video which you wanted to upload. Let's say I just wanted to upload this is a channel which I have created to upload the content. Okay, And let's say I just wanted to show you how to add Screencastify. Let's say, okay, you click on this, any of the video, you need to have your channel. And there's one thing which you need to know. If you have got a Gmail account, which you already have, if you have got a Gmail account, that means you have got the YouTube account, because YouTube and Gmail both are from the same company, Google, right? So as soon as you've got a Gmail account, that means you can always create a channel within the YouTube, right? You need to sign it from here. You need to click on sign it from here and click on add channel. Okay, so your channel will be created and you can upload the video here. Okay, so that part I'll take later on if you need me to go with that, right? So anyway, you wanted to search, you wanted to use any particular video of your own choice. Okay, so let's say I just wanted to make use of this. I click on this. It will show me this video. Okay, this is the video which I just wanted to show you how to add Screencastify. Right click on this video. Right click on this video. कैसे गया मैं इसके पास? I'll show you one more time. First of all, मैंने search किया कि मुझे कौन सी video display करनी है. Okay, any activity, you can say mathematics, science, any topic, reflection, refraction, any topic you talk about, you search here, and the video related to that will appear over here. And after that, when the videos will be will appear here, you need to click on that video which you wanted to embed there. Click on that video, okay, and then right click on this video and click on copy embed code. Click on copy embed code. Okay, click on copy embed code. One more time, embed code you need to click. Click on this embed code. Okay, the code has been copied to you. Go back to your LSP. Okay, go back to your LSP. Now click on this part, show and hide advanced buttons. Click on this. Okay, click on this. After that, what all you need to do, you need to click on this HTML. It's appearing over here. Okay, first of all, you need to click on this. Okay, after copying that code, embedded code from that video, you need to come here. You need to click on this show or hide advanced buttons. As you click on this, it will appear like this. And after that, you need to click on this HTML code. As soon as you click on HTML code, something appears over here. No need to bother what exactly it's containing. You can delete it also. Okay, so after that you just go to the next lines or delete it, whatever you want to do. Delete it, let's say. Okay, you need to click on, right click on this area and paste, or you directly click on Control V. You know both the options now. Control V to paste. Right click on paste. Both are going to work exactly the same manner, right? So whatever the you go ahead, the same thing is going to be happen. Click on this paste. Okay, click on this paste, and after that, one more time click on HTML. One more time click on HTML. As you click on HTML, you can see that video will appear over here. That video will appear over there. You click on this and enjoy the video. Okay, so this is one thing. I'll show you one more time. After that, you can click on save and return to course. And as soon as you click on save and return to course, that video will appear in your chapter. Let's say this is a part of a chapter. So you can simply click on this and it will show you like that. Okay. So this is one thing. Now I'll show you one more time how to go ahead with that. Let's say I just wanted to add one more video. One more time, please. Okay. By chance किसी ने miss कर दिया, one more time for those people. Click on add an activity or resource one more time. Click on label, this option, label. Click on this. Click on add. It will take you to the page where you just want to embed your video. This is the place. Okay. Now go to the YouTube and say any topic you talk about. Let's say step to create e-content using Screencastify. This is already there. I just wanted to have a new video, right? Let's say this is LSP training, or how to create a class schedule. Anything you talk about, you need to click on that. Okay, you need to click on that. Right click on this, copy embed code one more time. Copy embed code. Go back to this. Again, click on this show or hide advanced buttons, right? Click on HTML, right? Enter, press enter, and Control V. Control V means paste. Control V. Okay. No need to bother what exactly has been written over here. Okay. इसमें ज़्यादा जानने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Steps important है, right? You need to click on this. After that, you need to click on HTML. This line PBRP will appear. This is paragraph. Anyway, I'll not go with that. And then finally, you need to paste that that code over here and click on this. 4 step हैं. इस पे click किया. Show and hide advanced buttons. It will appear like this. Click on HTML. Paste your code here and finally click on this. Your video will appear over here. Okay, and finally click on save and return to course. The second video will appear in your class. You can say this was the first video and this is the second video, right? But let's say because the video takes space, they take space. So rather than embedding that video here, you wanted the link of that video. You wanted that link to that video. Okay. So again, what all you need to do, you need to click on activity or resources. Click on this. Okay. To specify the link, you need to click on activity or resources and then click on URL. Click on URL. As soon as you click on URL, you click on add and it will take you to the page. It will take you to the page where you need to specify the URL now, right? Now, let's say I just wanted to say how to learn let's say there's a topic which I just wanted to know, right? And I have a video for that, but I don't want to embed that video here. I just want to give a link. I just want to give a link to this particular topic. So what I'll do, I'll again go to YouTube. I'll search for a video. You can see here Django class 12 by this. So you need to click on this again, the video. Okay. And select this from the address bar. This is the path. This is the path of this video. There are two things. One thing, when you right click on this and click on copy embed code. Remember this, you need to do this, you need to click on this when you want this video to be embedded in LSP. Okay, you need to copy embed code when you want this video to be embedded in LSP. And you need to choose this, you need to copy this link. You need to copy this link if you want this video should be given as a link. You select this address, copy this address and go back to URL, I mean this LSP, and specify the path. Specify the path. Okay, this is the path of that particular video. You need to copy the path. How do you copy that? By simply going to YouTube, choose your video, choose, select your the address of that video, Control C to copy, or right click and copy, whatever the way you want. Control C to copy, Control plus C to copy, or straight away right click and copy the content. You copy the content from here, go to URL, paste that link here. If you have any sort of description, you can specify that. If you don't, leave it, right? And finally, click on save and return to course. Save and return to course. Once you do that, it will automatically take you to the same page where actually you are working, right? You can clearly see how to learn Django framework. Okay, if you click on this, it will take you to the video, which explains the Django framework. So today, right? I hope this part is clear to you. One more time, I'll show you how to create a link to a particular video, right? You need to click on add an activity or resource. Click on this one more time for you people. Click on the URL which is at the bottom. URL from the resources only. I'm talking about the resources right now. So click on URL, click on add, click on add. It will take you to the page where you need to specify the heading of your video. Let's say again, let's say D. 3 file I've already uploaded, and this was the video of my 4th topic within the same chapter. Okay, so D I have specified. Okay, and I just need to specify the link. I'll again go to YouTube. Okay, I'll again go to the YouTube and search for my video. Okay, let's say I just wanted to go with the school song, let's say. Okay, let's say this was the content. Okay, click on this. This, you need to select, this entire address, copy it and paste it. Copy it and paste. How do you copy? You right click on this, copy, come over here, right click on this and paste. Okay. After that, you need to click on save and return to course. You need to click on save and return to course. As soon as you do that, okay, it will show you another link, Python revision tour D, right? Click on this and it will take you to the video which you just wanted to see. I hope this part is clear to you now, how to create a link to your existing video. Now, I'll show you how to create a page. 3 things you have studied today. One, how to upload a file, how to embed a video, in LSP, how to create a link to an existing video, and similarly, let's say you feel dealing with the quiz in LSP, it's, let's say, a bit a tough process compared to the Google Forms, right? So if you're comfortable with Google Form and you want to create form there and want to have a link over here, you can do the same thing also. Even you can give a link of a Google class from here itself. Let's say some important thing or something which you say additional to the normal syllabus, you wanted to keep that within the Google classes, right? You keep the content there and you give a link from here to that. It's all up to you. What all I'm talking about, the existing content which is there, if you want to make use of that from here, you can simply give a link to that content, whether it's a form, whether it's a quiz, whether it's a material, anything which you have uploaded there. You can simply give a link from here, something like this. I'll show you one thing, how to go ahead with the Google form, okay? And then we'll move ahead the next one. So I hope this part is clear to all of you, right? Okay. Let's say I just want to give a link of, let's say, quiz, which I have created in a Google form, right? So first of all, I just need to log in, to the Google form to have a link of that. So I'll simply go to the Google Gmail. I'll log in from here, sign in. So you have opened your Gmail account, right? Now you have a form that must be there in the Google Drive. Okay, and you kept that form within this. Let's say I just wanted to deal with the attendance, so this attendance form is there. Okay, and you want to give a link of this, so click on send. You know how to create a link. This is the way how you create a link. You have done that so many times. So click on this, shorten URL, copy, and come back. This part is over. Okay, and come back. Now you have copied the link of your Google form. I'm just showing you how you link your LSP to Google form. That Google form may contain quiz, may contain examination, may contain anything, whatever you do in Google form, right? Again, you click on add an activity or resource. Again, click on URL. This dialog box will appear. You need to click on URL. Click on add. Click on add. Let's say class 11 attendance. Specify the path here by simply Control V or right click paste or right click paste. Okay, you know that now. The link which you have copied from there, from of your form, you need to paste it here, and then finally click on save and return. Now your LSP is linked to your Google. Okay, your LSP is linked to your Google form. Okay, and if you click on this class 11 attendance, it will open that form. Okay, so this is the form because I have unchecked that collection responses. I have simply made that off, so that's why it's not showing that. But this is the form basically that will appear over there, right? So I hope this part is clear to you. Similarly, you can create a link to your Google Classes and so on. Now, three parts are done. Now, the fourth part, how you create a page. Let's say you want, you feel like, MS Word is not that appropriate platform to deliver the content according to you, because you want, that page should contain certain text. That page should contain certain text. That page should contain certain text, certain images, your voice, because you want to instruct your students in between, like through your voice, and you want to show certain videos to your students based on the topic. So you want that that chapter to be interactive, like more versatile that way, like it contains the text, images, your voice, your video, or any other video you talk about. Okay, so generally these things are basically being contained within a web page. HTML page and talk about, but web page is a common name given to the page. So you can create a web page sort of page where you can do all these sort of activities. Okay, so I'll show you how to create that page, that type of page where you can have your text, have your audio, your own audio, your own video, or any other video, right? Because you wanted to tell your student to do systematically. First of all, do this thing, or certain instructions in your own voice, then certain material accordingly. Student, based on the instruction, the student will read that again, the next instruction, read the content, next instruction, read the content, and so on. Okay, so that makes this page quite interesting, and I'll show you how to do that. For that, what all you need to do, you just need to click on, again, add an activity or resource. Click on page. This page is equivalent to your web page, sort of, right? Not exactly, but sort of. And click on add. Now, the topic which I just wanted to show you, you need to specify the topic name. I've already mentioned up to D, so I'll say Python revision tour E. Okay, if you want to describe this topic, you can describe it, otherwise you can leave it. This is the area where actually this is a page, this is saying page content. I can show you, I can this is the page content. Okay, I'm zooming out now. Okay, so this is the page content where actually you want to place your content in terms of text, in terms of images, in terms of audio, as well as video, right? And you can see here, there are various controls. You can see here, there are various controls visible to you, right? Like you have italic, bold, and so on. Like, this is the paragraphs. This one is the paragraph style. This is for the bold, italic, like, if you want to bold italic content somewhere else like that, or you can copy that content from the MS Word also. like the text which you wanted to display, you can straight away copy that content and paste it here. Okay, so the entire content which is MS Word can be copied and pasted here. There's no problem. I was talking about the audio part. I was talking about the, because image and the text can be placed in MS Word as well, right? So here what all I'll do, I'll show you first of all to placement of certain text and audio. Okay, so I'll pick the content from somewhere else. Let's say this was the content. This was the content which I just wanted to, show it to you people. Copy, I'll copy it and straight away paste that content here. This is the content, or you can type it also. There's no problem in that. Okay, you can type that content here also. Now, after that, I wanted to have a certain voice for the next instructions. So I'll click on this. This says record audio. This says record audio. You click on record audio and it will ask you start recording. Okay, so you need to click on start recording and the instruction which you want to do afterwards. Click on start recording. So what all you need to do, you just need to click on start recording. Specify the instruction which you want to specify, and after that finally you need to click on stop recording. Okay, so whatever you have talked in between will be recorded, and you want that recording to be attached to this page, you can click on attach recording. You can click on attach recording, right? So you can see here this thing, something like, you use it in WhatsApp, right? To send the sound recording to somebody. You click on this, you can see. So what all you need to do, you just need to click on start recording. Okay, this is a recording which I made. And after that, let's say I just want to have a video here. So I'll click on this record video. Okay, start recording. So click on start recording. It will take time. Now, the recording has been started here, right? And whatever the content you just want to deliver through this video, you can deliver that content and click on stop recording. Click on stop recording. Okay. So this is just for the instructions. And finally, when the video has been recorded, you need to click on attach recording. So you can see here, this is a video which you wanted to display in this particular page. You've got text, you've got audio, you've got video. Okay, you can design it according to your own convenience. And if you want to listen that, you can click on this and listen that. Now, the recording. Okay, and finally, if you want to have an image, you can click on this which says insert or edit image. This part, insert or edit image. I'll zoom out for you people, zoom in for you people. So this is your insert or edit image. You can clearly see now. Okay, I'll come back and select that space where actually you just want to insert that, right? And click on insert image. You need to specify, sorry, it's media. Click on insert image. I'm saying enter URL. You need to specify that where actually your file is. Click on downloads or anywhere else, wherever your file is, right? Then let's say I wanted to go with the program and open. The program file has been attached and click on upload. You can specify, the size of that, that image also. Let's say I just wanted to have 400 by 600. This will be the size. You need to specify the size and finally click on save image. After click on save image, say description is not necessary and save image. You can see that image is being displayed here. Okay. After doing all these sort of things, you click on save and return to the course. You can click on save and return to the course. Now you can see here that page has got a heading Python revision tour E. Click on that and it will show you that page which we have created for the students in terms of text, in terms of audio, in terms of video, in terms of image. Okay, so I guess for today, it's more than enough. For today, 4 topics we have covered. One, how to upload the file, how to embed a video, how to give a link to the video, and how to create the page. Okay, so let me stop.